Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Michelle here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Hassan, and he's selling his Amazon FBA and e-commerce business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. Welcome to the show, Hassan. How are you today?
Thank you, Michelle, for inviting me. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you, and I'm glad to have you here today. I'm looking forward to learning more about your business. But before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of it. It's an Amazon FBA and e-commerce business in the religion and spirituality niches created in September 2018. The average monthly revenue for the business is $29,686, and it makes an average of $9,674 per month in net profit. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 55219 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that I've given a general overview of the business, let's see what's included. We have an Amazon Seller Central account with 53 SKUs, a domain and all site and content files, trademarks in the US and UK, social media accounts for Facebook and Instagram, standard operating procedures, and supplier contracts and relationships. So Hassan, now let's hear from you. What can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Well, to be honest, I'm running online business since 2012, and from then I'm connected to Amazon. Somehow I started with Amazon Kindle, then I shifted into Amazon FBA business, and I found it's very, very flexible business model, and you don't need a very big a team. You can run a moderately big brand with maybe 2 or 3 virtual assistants or 2 or 3 employees maximum. And I have been doing that for last almost 9 years in that way. And I personally believe in freedom. I never liked 9-to-5 jobs. So as I liked freedom, I found that this business can give me the freedom I want. Like right now, while I'm talking to you, I'm in a vacation in Georgia, and at the same time, I'm checking my phone for the sales status, and I'm putting maybe half an hour to check if everything is fine, if my campaigns are running perfectly fine, and if everything is okay. So it's like, it's a freedom, and you are enjoying your life and you are making money at the same time. So that's the motivation, and that's the reason I have been involved with Amazon business. And one more thing that is, there are a lot of different business models around the globe, but Amazon FBA is such a business model where you create an asset. It's like, the brand we are talking about. We have started this back in end of 2018, and in just maybe 2.5 years or 3 years. Yeah, it's 2.5 years probably. In this time, we have created an asset, which is kind of, you can sell the asset, you can flip the asset, or even if you want, you can grow this even bigger. You have all the options you want. So that's why I like the business model.
That's wonderful. That sense of freedom, it's what draws a lot of people to online businesses, whether they're starting one or looking to purchase one. So how did you come up with the idea to start this one?
Well, this has a little history. It did not come out of nowhere. It has a kind of interesting story. So let me share it with you. So basically, as I told you, I have been doing this business for a long time, and I was trying to find a niche which has very less competition but has demand. So I was researching back from middle of 2017, and I was doing a lot of research about the niche, which is very related to wellness, well-being, spirituality, this niche. So I found a niche which was kind of invented or discovered back in 17th century, but was not practiced a lot because it's kind of hidden niche that was discovered back in 17th century or 17th or 18th century, but nowadays that practice started again. and people are getting good result from that product lines. So I was curious at the beginning. I thought, okay, if this is a kind of a new niche, then how it's gonna perform in the long run. Then I found out this is such a niche which is just going forward day by day, and yet even our year to year growth is more than 50 to 70%. Just give me 1 second, let me check in real time. The year to year growth is the last 12 months, the year to year growth is 200%. So that's amazing, to be honest.
Absolutely phenomenal. So you've got a lot of growth right now. So why have you decided to sell the business?
Well, I have come to a point where the business is kind of automated. I mean, I don't have to spend a lot of time to grow this business. But the thing is, I have already created the brand. It is one of the two or three top brand in my niche. But I want to focus in something else now because this is automated. So there is nothing to innovate, nothing to, create now. It is just put your time, increase your product line and increase your ad spending, and it will be automated. So I'm thinking to create a new business. That business require starting capital, which is a little bit higher than this one. So I was thinking to sell this brand and put that money into another business, which I mean that will be a SaaS business connected to Amazon. So Amazon and SaaS, I'm going to connect these two things, which will be for the Amazon seller. So it's kind of software as a service. So for that, I need some good capital. That's why I'm selling it.
No, it's wonderful. So is there anything that you learned from this business that you will apply to future sites?
Yeah, definitely. I have learned a lot of things, but one important thing was, nowadays people say that Amazon FBA, that is a risky thing. Some people say Amazon business is dead. Some people, I mean, these all are rumors. Even today, if anyone want to start their own online business, that could be Amazon FBA business, there is always opportunity. There is always room to grow. So yeah, that's the thing I have learned.
And where does the majority of your traffic come from?
Most of my traffic comes from Amazon.com. I run most of my campaigns inside Amazon, so all my traffic sources are from Amazon. I haven't even explored the third party external traffic. So 70% sales are organic sale and 30% sales are coming from campaigns.
And what are you currently doing in terms of marketing? Is that solely inside Amazon or?
That is just inside Amazon. So Amazon advertising, that is all I'm doing.
Okay. And you touched upon this a little bit earlier, but if you were to keep your business, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
Yeah, so what I would do is I would add more product lines and I would spend more on advertising. So that's the two thing I would do. Like, right now I have probably 40 or 45 SKUs. Probably I would increase the product lines. Maybe I would launch new products, maybe another 100 or 200 different SKUs and run the campaigns consistently. So yeah, that's the thing.
And speaking of your products, can you describe the process that you use to get the inventory to Amazon?
Well, first of all, what I do is I do research for new products in the market. I do find the competitors. I do research more on the other e-commerce sites or on the internet and try to find some new designs, and I send the designs to my supplier, and my supplier create the sample and send it to me, and I verify if I like the quality and everything, and then I place the order. And to be honest, you can start with maybe 30 or 40 units of a new product. That is the MOQ. It's not like you have to order 1000 or 2000 units. It's very easy to test a new product. So what I do is I do send my supplier 10 different designs, and he give me 10 different samples, and probably I pick 5 or 7 design finalize, and then for each design he makes 30 to 40 units, and I do those on Amazon, and I find the winners, and maybe out of them 3 or 4 works or 5 works or 2 does not work. It doesn't matter. I find the winner, and the winner, then I order more stock for the winning products, and the product which are not performing good, I just discontinue that. So
And your supplier then he supplies inventory directly to Amazon.
yeah, I send him the shipping label, he stick it and send it to the Amazon warehouse.
And aside from working with your supplier and ordering and testing new products, what other type of work do you do on this business for maintenance?
For maintenance, except running campaigns, I mean, that is the number one thing. You have to run the campaigns. And there's another thing, which is, account management consists of finding the feedbacks, communicating with your buyers. If you get some feedback, how you can improve your product, how you can increase your revenue. This is what I have to think about beside the manufacturing part.
And what skills or requirements are there for someone who isn't familiar with the niche or business model?
If someone is not familiar with the business model, then he might hire a PPC expert, which is number one requirement. Number two is a virtual assistant, not a big part. It's very easy. It's like managing your accounts, like checking if any buyer did complain or not, then if you have any negative feedback, or if someone requested for something, or if your performance is good. That's the thing. And the first one, as I already told you, on the Amazon PPC, that is the most important. So this tool really is fine.
Wonderful. What do you think are the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
The risk is very interesting. The risk is keeping your stock. Because when you have plenty of product, like 30 or 40 or 50 product, and you are not keeping your inventory up to date always, you might be out of stock. And if you get out of stock, you are missing your sales. So that's what I have faced twice or three times in last couple of years. And I have seen I could make more money out of the business, but I missed some sales. That's it. And during the COVID, I was not able to even sell complete 1 month because there was lockdown all over the world. So what happened is I was not able to send the shipment. So I think I have lost more than 50,000 US dollar due to the COVID. So from then I realized that, okay, so that is the major risk. Not for my business actually, it's for any Amazon business. So keeping in stock is very important. You always have to keep stock for your product.
That's an excellent point. I think that you're right that a lot of sellers ran into the same problems, especially at the very beginning of COVID. So it's good that you've been able to turn that around and start seeing those big percentages of growth. I wanted to ask you, would you commit to a non-compete?
Well, as I have already explained, I am one of the top three, one or two brands. So definitely, I'm not going to put the same amount of time for the same kind of niches again. So yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Wonderful. And how much support are you offering buyers?
Well, I think there is a 30 days complimentary support through Skype. So we are open to that. And even if the buyer want to take the PPC and management services from us, as I have a small team, so definitely we can provide all the support for the PPC account management and everything I was doing. I can provide him the support depending on the pricing, and I mean that will have an additional costing. So if that is fine with the buyer, then definitely we are more than happy to provide the support.
Thank you for clarifying that. And are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
Yeah, earnout is something, it depends, but I'm open to it. But it will not be like, taking a chance. There are some people who would think that, okay, let's see, I'm giving you this amount of money, I'm giving you time, you reach from this point to that point. But the thing is, if I sell a business, then basically the business goes to the new owner. So new owner must have his own plan and his own goal. So I don't know what his plan will be. So this is very difficult to execute someone else's dream or someone else's plan. That's why I think if someone wants to get some guidance from us, we are open to it. Maybe 80% or 90% has to be done, upfront, and maybe the rest we can move on with a little bit of installment or something like that. That could be some kind of consultation for 3 months, 6 months. It depends. So I'm open for negotiation, but mostly I'm not interested to go for that option.
All right. Well, thank you for explaining that a little bit more in depth. And putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
Well, to be honest, there are a lot of people. I mean, if we consider it this way, there are 5 million Amazon sellers. And every day, more people are joining this business model. But if you start the business right away, and if you want to start something and make some money from today or tomorrow, or from the very day you buy the business, you want to make money, then this is a right choice. Why? Because I have been doing this since 2018, and to be honest, I was profitable from day one. I mean, that's true. So that is one thing. If you want to create your new passive income stream, then it is a good one. Then, secondly, you don't have to work 3 years to create such a brand that I have already done. So that's another thing. And number three is, as I told you, the growth rate is 200%. My business did grow than last 12 months. So that is another reason. Number four is everything is kind of automated. You don't have to put a lot of effort to create this brand. This brand is already there. It's brand registered. We have the trademark. We don't have a lot of competitors. We are one of the big players in this niche. So you don't have to worry about anything. And even if you want, we can give you the services with an additional price if you need it. So it's like I would buy such a business if anyone would offer me, because if you want to buy an asset, this is a perfect one for these five reasons, I believe.
Well, that was a very comprehensive answer. Is there anything else you'd like to share that I might have missed?
No, I think we have covered most of it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, Asang. It's been a pleasure to learn more about you and your business.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle, for having me in this podcast, and thank you for your time as well.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 55219. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.